Good morning, students. Today we will continue with the module 5 tools and techniques. In that, we will discuss about information technology. So, today's contents: first one, computers and quality function; second, internet and other electronic communications; third one, information quality issues. First one, that is computers and quality functions. Computers can be programmed to perform complex calculations, to control a process or test, to analyze data, to write reports, and to recall information on command. So, for quality function, we are using computers. The quality function needs served by the computers are data collection, for example, through tapes or CDs, etc. Second one, data analysis. So there are basically 6 quality functions needs to be served by the computer. Second one, data analysis and reporting. So analytical tools like Pareto analysis or control charts. So whatever we discussed earlier, all those can be computerized, and analysis can be done through this computerized Pareto analysis or control charts. Third one, statistical analysis tools are there. For example, ANOVA, that is analysis of variance. ANOVA means analysis of variance, and statistical analysis can also be done in your Excel sheet. And there are other tools like statistical and Minitab. It is Statistica. Fourth one, process control. So process can be controlled with the help of computer or with IT. You already know in your SIM subject, new NC and CMC machines. So again, it's NC and CNC, not CMC. NC and CNC machines and ASRS, RS. All these are process controlling tools. Then test and inspection, again it can be done by computer. Last one, system design. So system design, file creation or data collection and analysis, all this will involve in system design. So all these basically six quality functions are served by computers. That's nothing but through internet. It can be done with the help of computer, so it's called information technology. So only internet is not enough. Without computer we cannot do anything. So computers means internet. So through internet connection, again we can perform in a quality way. Second topic, internet and other electronic communications. Internet, you know already, worldwide, it is a worldwide network of computers. One more electronic communication is intranet. That is best example is LAN, local area network. That is nothing but it's a form of internet for a small area, local area network. Around say 20-25 computers can be intranet. Only internet access can be given to these computers. One more example for internet is groupware, where some group of friends can connect one to other. So it is called intranet. Internet is worldwide, whereas intranet is it is a limited amount of internet supply. And one more best example for your communication is instant messaging. All of you are familiar with your WhatsApp application. So WhatsApp Messenger, WeChat, Viber, BlackBerry Messenger, and Telegram Messenger. All you are familiar with these instant messaging tools or softwares, which are nothing but electronic communications. Then video conferencing. Nowadays you can see in all these corona or lockdown periods, So video conferencing helped a lot. Even our Prime Minister Modi communicated to all the states, CMs, or all the state governments through video conferencing. So it's nothing but a virtual meetings. Virtual meetings. Next, web conferencing and webinars. So again, it's nothing but through internet conferences will take place. One person will be somewhere in the other part of the world, and he will make conference with the other person. Webinars. A webinar is nothing but again it's a seminar. I think some of you might be attended recently the webinar related to CAD CAM. So it's a seminar on the web. So it's called webinar. So examples, live meetings or trainings or presentations will be done through web conferencing or webinars. And virtual teaming, again it is a team group of people who work together who work together through a software. For example, groupware software. It is a virtual teaming software. Groupware software. Again, in other software might be there. There are various softwares which will help in virtual teaming. Continuing with the second topic, internet and electronic communications. Next, e-learning. Whatever you are learning is nothing but a e-learning. That is electronic learning. A learning system based on formalized teaching, but with the help of electronic resources. Right? Your mobile or your laptop, all these are your electronic resources where you are learning. So this type of learning mode is called e-learning. While teaching can be based in or out of the classroom. So e-learning can be in the classroom or outside the classroom. Nowadays you are learning outside the classroom. The use of computers and the internet forms the major component of e-learning. So again, you may using the computers or other electronic devices like mobiles for learning purpose. This is nothing but electronic learning or e-learning. E-learning can also be termed as a network-enabled transfer of skills and knowledge, and the delivery of education is made to a number of recipients at the same or different times. So recipients may be more number of recipients. See, at a time, so many of you are learning. Various sectors including agriculture, medicine, education services, business, and government. Okay, continuing. Various sectors including agriculture, medicines, education services, business, and government setups are adopting to the concept of e-learning. So all these sectors like agriculture, medicine, education services, business, all these are adopting e-learning, which helps in the progress of the nation. Internet and other electronic communications. E-commerce. Electronic commerce. E-commerce, also known as electronic commerce or internet commerce, refers to the buying and selling of goods or services using the internet and the transfer of money and data to execute these transactions. So again, it is a business through electronic mode. That's called e-commerce. Business is what? Buying and selling of goods and services. So that is the commerce or business. So if you do buying or selling of goods or services through electronic mode or through internet, it's called e-commerce. So types of e-commerce models. There are 4 types of e-commerce. First one, so always there are 2 terms. One party is business, another party is customer. So it may be business to business or business to customer. Okay, let us see one by one. First one, business to consumer. When a business sells a good or service to an individual consumer or customer, that's called B2C type of e-commerce. So, for example, if you buy a shoes a pair of shoes from an online retailer. It's called B2C type of e-commerce. So you are a buyer, that is consumer or customer, from online retailer who is the business person or business party. So business is the online retailer and consumer or customer is you. So this type of business to consumer type of commerce is called this type of commerce is called B2C type of e-commerce. Second, business to business. So here both are business parties and they are doing e-commerce. When a business sells a good or service to another business, it is called B2B. For example, a business sells a software as a service for other business to use. See, one company is there which is a business party. It gives a service to other company where it takes the software as a service. So both are business parties. One is giving service to the other. So this type of business is called B2B, where both are business parties. Next, third one, consumer to consumer. When a consumer sells a good or service to another consumer, this type of uh, e-commerce is called C2C. They both are customer or consumer. For example, you sell your old furniture on eBay to another consumer. So already you have purchased. You have not manufacturer or producer. Already you have purchased, and the same thing you are selling to the other person. So you are not the business, and the other party is not also the business party. It's only both are customers or consumers. So this type of business is called C2C. If you do the business through online mode, it's called C2C type of e-commerce. Fourth one, consumer to business, that is C2B. When a consumer sells their own products or services to a business or organization. So consumer sells a product or service to business. So one is customer or consumer, other is a business party. For example, an influencer offers exposure to their online audience in exchange for a fee. Or for example, a photographer licenses their photo for a business to use. So one party is a customer and other party is a business. If a photographer is there, he is an influencer, he wants to sell his photos to other party. So he is the actually consumer, but he is making business with the other business party. Next topic is web design. I think almost all of you are familiar with this web designing. There are so many web designing courses here. Web design encompasses many different skills and disciplines in the production and maintenance of websites. The different areas of web design include web graphic design, interface design, authoring, including standardized code. There are so many codes like HTML, other through other codes you can design different web designing. So often many individuals will work in teams covering different aspects of design process, although some designers will cover them all. Okay. The term web design is normally used to describe the design process relating to the front end. Whatever you see web page, that is nothing but the web design, client side or customer side. So the term web design, normally it is related to the front end. So last topic, that is information quality issues. In spite of this much of help from IT or information technology, we are facing a lot of issues, especially with the quality. For example, sufficiency, accuracy, timeliness, intellectual property, security, cybercrime, privacy, pollution, creativity, control, and prevention. Okay, let's see one by one. Sufficiency. So, whatever information you are not getting the correct or the limited information, a lot of information or data is being dumped in the internet. So that is more than sufficient. So To make an intelligent decision, it is important to know when enough information has been obtained. So, sometimes data is not sufficient. So, data sufficiency problem we are facing. Uh, That means whatever the data in the internet is not sufficient for your decision making. So, sufficiency issue, this type of issue is called sufficiency. That means you are lacking some information to make some decisions. Second, accuracy. See, whatever you see is in the internet may not be 100% true or accurate. So again, is it reliable or not? This issue comes. So if the information in the system is not accurate, it is not efficient. Like it is like a garbage. If you are not any benefit is not there from that information. So accuracy issue. So 100% accuracy is not available sometimes in the internet. Timeliness. So this is very important because it's a critical to product and service design, that information received in a timely manner so that organization can compete in the world market. So whenever you want information through internet, that should be there. Even in spite of this information technology, if you do not get in time, you will lose in the competition. So this type of issues are related to timeliness. Whenever you want, the information should be there. Next, intellectual property. Again, this is also very important. When most people think of intellectual property, they think of patents. However, intellectual property also includes copyrights, trademarks, all these things. So, whenever they are doing or making a business or making contact through or using the internet, there they are losing their intellectual property rights. Somebody may copy that trademark or your patents, right? So this is becoming an issue. Next, security. Again, you might be knowing access to security and transaction security. Whatever the information it has to reach the particular person or the party. If somebody gets in between the two parties, then there is no security for the information. So security issue we are facing. Cyber crime. Almost all of you might have heard this cyber crime. So there are a lot of crimes through the cyber, that is internet. Through internet they are making crimes. For example, simple complaints like products not delivered, credit card fraud, identity theft, professional services fraud, travel scams. So there are so many issues you may face. These are called cyber crimes. Privacy. Again, privacy. Many people or some people feel that privacy, they are not their privacy is going. Despite growing concerns about privacy, more people are sharing intimate details of their lives in online support groups. So just in while texting or in while chatting, just you will send the message. If that information is seen by the other person, so your privacy may be harmed. Like that, cyber privacy is also becoming an issue. Pollution. So you might be wondered how can pollution is there in the information technology. There is too much outdated information, especially on the internet. So this outdated information or whatever the information we don't, it is making pollution. So for this outdated information only, we are calling it as a pollution, right? There are so many information you can see in the some websites. See, they are not updated the information. Whatever you see in the website, you will think that is correct. Oh, that may be correct at some time, but it is not updated. So in this way, it is polluting the environment. Creativity. Creativity is drawing insights and conclusions from existing information to invent, innovate, or conceptualize new systems or products or services. In other words, new knowledge, which is the highest form of information technology. So, again, creativity is not happening, or somebody are losing their creativity through this internet, because since it is a virtual mode. Last one, control and prevention. Then the control and prevention of quality problems associated with the information technology will be similar to any product or service. A number of solutions have already been mentioned, or a number of solutions have been attained, but still control and prevention of um, information is not happening 100%. So some information we want to control, or some thing we want to prevent, it's not happening. So again, all these issues related to information technology are happening. So these are the major concerns about information technology. So this completes tools and techniques in that information technology topic today. So please, all of you, participate in today's quiz, and for any doubts, I and Rahul sir will be there for your any doubts. Thank you.